That's smooth.
Yeah. Or off the dribble, not both. Steph can do off both. This game's getting a little. Oh my God!
Oh! Throw it down.
Dunked that like he was really mad at the rim.
Hello, Jake LaRavia.
Angry. Oh. The way he jumped, you didn't think he was going to get to the rim. Getting a call timeout.
Pajemski. Boy, the give, the go, the dunk.
A little razzle-dazzle from Austin Reeves.
The lob and the jam. Oh, wow. Just. Uh-oh. That's the thing about Davis.
Yeah.
Doesn't have that size.
Okay, Pryor.
He can still score. Statistically, he had a pretty good year for Phoenix last year.
He did.
Horford inside.
Amazing season.
Career high minutes, points, rebounds, assists. Buddy Hield in the corner. And that's
Another turnover.
EP2 coming up with a steal. Gary right down the lane to lay it up and in. Buddy Hield creating a little space. And post out of the corner.
Monica Burton almost brought the house down with the and one with 22 seconds left to clinch our playoff berth.
There you go.
First W team, expansion team in the history to make the playoffs in the first year.
3-on-2 and Brent. Curry hitting a three. So Hauser had the block but saved. Will Richard an open three.
I want to ask you about something you care about. Your basketball camp back in Little Rock. Draymond came as
the rehab team. I'm conditioning more than everybody.
I do think we're going to see as Heath Santos gets a dunk inside, cutting. I do think we're going to see a lot of free throws when it comes to threes for the guys that are usually out of control.
A nice way of saying, and I'm not going to say nobody.
Getting on the deck. And Curry has it. Out to Buddy Hield for three. G-League, he did really well. He can play. He's going to continue to improve. How do you develop? Oh, give and go. Is playing basketball. Steph will lay it in. And that's the 19-year veteran returning it to the 17-year veteran.
He learns quick. As soon as Steph releases the ball, defenders take a break, give and go.
Three-point shooting percentage last season.
Steph saying, all right. Drop in the three, and that is the new kind of high-five foul.
Curry darts behind the back, gets to the three-point arc and.
Buddy Hield played in all 94 games last year, and the two guys that have made the most threes in the NBA in the last 5 years. Steph dribbles there.
No.
Buddy's not open, but catching and throwing in one motion, it's a layup. Curry for three.
Game super aggressive. Watch him just drive it in there. Everything is threatening about Steph. So if he turns the burners on for a little bit.
Pajemski outside. Curry sets and fires, triggers and hits. Snap that pass out here. Curry to the baseline. Circling back from Horford. Step back three gun.
To slash and occupy the interior.
Curry the drive, in he comes to lay it home.
And it's 6'8". There's not a lot of guys that can do that. Curry kind of left him in the dust and hit the floater anyway.
Help someone else out.
Draymond attacking. Steph spacing out for three. You're a great defender.
I'm about to say,
yeah, wait. It's got to name him. But everyone loves to score. Steph hits that three, and Draymond and Vanderbilt.
Right, this means a lot to these guys. Draymond setting the screen. And Vanderbilt got cracked. He didn't like it. Draymond's backing up.
Kamara unable to finish there. Pajemski will handle and push. Draymond to Steph. A little tic-tac-toe to lay it up and in.
Coach Billups immediately yelling at his team, match up this time.
Curry comes down, second man through, knocking down another three.
19 or 20 in game one, 23, so he can score. And Curry knocks it down. Vanderbilt and Draymond Green get into a scuffle.
Comes off long. Into the hands of Richard. Jackson Davis downhill 2-on-1, and it's Curry to finish, and the Warriors come roaring back to within two.
Steph and Draymond up top, get Zubac on a switch. And Curry, he's already in regular season form.
Steph and dropping in the three.
With some of the guys out, this is Steph. You see Zubac switched onto him through the legs. Best step back in the. They are able to play. Fortunately for them.
Buddy Hield is in for Bajemski. Steph, little teardrop floater. Little underhand scoop shot.
But it was the hesitation that froze everybody. Season form. Like, watch Steph Curry just, he's just going to kind of rip it through, fake there. You see that little fake and hesitation.
Whether it's the Hall of Famers. But if I'm a Will Richard coming in the league, I'm going to be asking the guy like you questions. Because if you're Wisdom and Steph Curry knocks down another three.
Nemanja Bjelica, like all of those guys, they're all been in the league and they're doing something right for a long time. So just keep being open to the opportunities to learn because.
Santos stood him up. Ty Washington out of the corner. Pretty good contest by Trace there under control.
Yes, and no high five contest. He didn't overdo it with a secondary motion.
Steph knocks it down from over 30 feet.
Two best teammates he'll have ever had, even though he played in the final for Phoenix.
That man is wasting no time.
Driving. And I was just going to ask you, everything Moses' thumb is that he had offseason surgery on, it looked pretty good. Did not get it to Ayton to guide home. Pajemski on the outlet. Jimmy spinning around. Great hands just to not lose that.
Someone's got to move.
Moody moves for a three. That works. So the Lakers lead at 4, under 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Warriors at 49% shooting, LA at 43. Moody out of the corner, bottoms at number 3. So Warriors back on top. Moody sets his feet and bottoms another 3. Moses is 4 for 4, and he's got 11. For the final 5 seconds, Moody running the floor. He decelled and laid it in.
The thing is, he knew how much time he had. That's poise under pressure.
Pajemski's defender couldn't hold his line.
Lakers starting Vanderbilt, Hachimura, DeAndre Ayton as Moody lasers in another jumper.
How good did that look?
I think JK, that point of attack defense, and that's just so important to the Warriors. Moody, how hot am I? Why not? 5 of 6 on threes.
And he's getting all you can eat.
That one down. Hield fires and kept. Turnovers usually high in preseason as Horford knocks down the 3.
And that's the one he likes right there.
Hayes just couldn't quite get there in time, and Moody makes him play. Vanderbilt misses that. Post the rebound. Shot clock turned off. Nice pass. Moody stops and scores despite the efforts of Vanderbilt. Quick post. That's what he does best. It's a pure-looking jumper. Buddy Hield, nice move in the first preseason game, but that one perfect.
Ben Wallace walked in the gym in Washington, paid his own way to come up from Richmond to Virginia Union and just scrimmage with us, paid for his own hotel room. What I find
athleticism again. How about that play just before at the other end? Payton inside, throws it down.
Look up in the thesaurus, you'll see thesaurus is another word for thesaurus.
Richard, beautiful pass from the